Zadondani, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. Today, we are, of course, talking about Witch Hat Atelier, my absolute favorite manga, and honestly, I'm really hoping to see an anime adaptation get released relatively soon. Now, of course, we're not really certain exactly when we'll be getting an anime adaptation, but honestly, I feel like we are on the right track to actually getting an anime adaptation relatively soon, if not, it's right around the corner. The first thing to note is that, of course, Witch Hat Atelier is extremely popular. Over in Japan, it's, well, one of the top rated anime, period, or manga, period. Um, and over here in America, it's doing relatively well, especially considering the fact that most manga aren't necessarily seen as being as good as, or at least not noticed as much until they actually get an anime adaptation. But honestly, Witch Hat Atelier has been doing relatively well for itself. I do have to say that this is most likely due to the fact that Witch Hat Atelier also authored happens to have done a few uh, connections with another very popular series, Ascendance of a Bookworm. The two series do connect to a certain degree. On top of that, there's also the fact that Witch Hat Atelier does happen to be using a similar magic system to a current series, that of. Oh my gosh. The Owl House. If you guys don't know about this, basically, The Owl House, which is a Disney Channel show, it also happens to use a very similar magic system to, of course, Witch Hat Atelier, using the circle system and all of that jazz. There are definitely a few differences, of course. There's always going to be differences with different symbols and the fact that for Witch Hat Atelier, all you have to do is complete the circle, while in uh, in the other thing, you have to tap the circle after you've actually completed it. So yeah, it remains to be seen exactly what they're going to be doing with this series and whether or not people are actually going to be running to it immediately. Now, the fact is that 2020 is a hard year to actually release a new anime, especially one for a really popular series. The fact is that Witch Hat Atelier, like I said, is popular, and releasing it now is honestly a bit dangerous. Well, obviously, Japan is in a much better state with the virus compared to us here in the United States. There's still that issue, still. And no one's really certain exactly what's going to go on. While many other series have been gearing up to actually prep for this stuff and get it done, Witch Hat Atelier is new. It doesn't have any confirmation of an anime adaptation, which obviously, yeah, usually they will be confirming it right before the actual release date, but, or not right before, but pretty shortly before if it's a brand new series. But it's honestly, I don't see it releasing this year, which really sucks because due to the fact that it most likely will be releasing in 2021, if it releases in the early part of the year, then instantly we're going to be having some issues. The biggest issues, of course, being that of oversaturation. As we all know, there are going to be a ton of series that will be coming out in 2021, especially in January. Things like Promise Neverland, uh, Slime Reincarnation, Doctor Stone. I think that a few other big ones are also coming out around that time. So, in fact, I think a lot of big ones are going to be coming out. Things that people have been waiting for a while now. Second seasons, as well as new shows that people have been actually waiting for a long time. While Witch Hat is relatively new, all things considered, which may cause people to not be running to the series as much as, say, the other shows, which is honestly really sad to think about. Now, obviously, the big fans who really love anime are going to be absolutely being able to watch it, but the smaller fans, the fans who are not really certain what they want to do with their actual uh with what they're working on, they may just decide, well, there's this really popular series that I've loved watching, so I'll go watch that. Oh, there's also this new series that's about a witch. I don't know. I don't know much about it. So instead, it may have to be waiting on for an even later release date, which honestly makes me really sad, considering the fact that volumes 6 and 7 are honestly right around the corner for us here in the States, with even more coming out probably even sooner. It all depends on how exactly they decide to actually run this series, but the fact is that the anime is pretty far away, most likely. Now, obviously, a lot of people are going to be really begging for this series. Like I said, it's a popular series, and there's a lot of reasons to actually bring this series into an anime adaptation. But there's also a lot of reasons why they may delay it. But one of the most important things is actually my background. This is one of the, like I said, this is one of the biggest series. Already, it has figures, and I mean like really intricate, amazing looking figures. This is one of the biggest important figures for this series, and it's already out over in Japan. So, yeah. And because of that, I honestly do think that there will be an anime adaptation really soon. Most of the time, they don't release figures for just a manga series. But because of the fact that this series is so popular, we are getting these figures now. So I do believe that within the next few months, we will be getting our confirmation that either in early 2021 or in late 2020, we will be receiving Witch Hat Atelier first season. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Honestly, I'm really excited for this series, and I hope that you guys are as well. If you are, please let me know down in the comments below. Leave your theories down there as well. If you are going to leave a theory, make sure to say theory review somewhere in your comment. Of course, if you are new, please subscribe and ring that notification bell. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And of course, if you want to support the channel even more, then definitely head down to the description and check out all of our links down there. And of course, a big thank you to our current Patreon, Sheeny. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I'll see you guys next time. But on!